Well, I guess the obvious question is Dane Beams. Is there any deal done? Have you got an update for us yet, Swabby?
No deal done. We can't do a deal yet. We've got to wait. So, nah, we're obviously keen to get him and see how we go.
Collingwood's adamant that you'll have to give up a big player as well to make the deal happen. Do you think eventually you'll probably have to concede and bend in that regard to get Beams?
No. No, we don't even know yet. We really haven't sat down with Collingwood and spoken about it, so we're not quite sure what they want.
Would you give up H?
No.
We just had Isaac Heaney here. How important is these academies for the states like Queensland and New South Wales?
It's a great question. It's super important for the game. You know, if we can get more and more boys coming out of those states, it's good for everyone because it just builds the pool, develops the game, creates high-profile players from those states, which means they're something to aspire to. So I'm delighted that there's so many players from New South Wales and Queensland available to be selected. And there's some great players who'll end up being outstanding AFL players. So the more the merrier, and we know that we're not going to get them all from Queensland, and Sydney and GWS aren't going to get them all from New South Wales. So that means they go into the pool, and the other clubs can secure some talent from those regions.
And then you can get them coming home like Dane Beams. Is that going to take a few different clubs, in all seriousness, do you think, to get that deal done?
I think players always can go home, with the big go-home factor for every state, not just for the northern states. So players will go home for various reasons. At the moment, Dane's got some personal reasons he wants to come back to Brisbane. So that's why we're interested. He's a great player. He's a champion of the competition. So we'd be silly not to be in the market for him.
Do you anticipate it'll take most of the trade period to get it done?
Usually does, doesn't it? Major deals or big deals usually take a long time. So yeah, we just be patient and work with Collingwood and be as fair as we can possibly be with them. Everyone wants to come out of negotiation winning, so we understand that. We're not winning, but at least breaking even.
Do you think you will be able to break even with them?
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, I hope so. That's what we anticipate happening.
Merritt and Patfull, their names have been thrown up as well. Are you surprised that the guys who've been at the club for that long are looking elsewhere, or is that just how things are these days?
No, I think they're both different reasons. I think Joel's an interesting one. Joel's indicated that he wants to move to Sydney for reasons post-career, and so if he can go there before that, that's what he'd like to do. So we understand that, but that doesn't mean he will get there. He's still contracted, but we're not putting our heads in the sand and not considering that. And Roger's been around a long time, been very, very good player for Brisbane, and he feels he's a little bit stale at the moment, so he wants to explore his options. So we're happy for him to explore his options, but again, he's still a contracted player, so if anything happens, it has to be a deal.
What are you really looking for from the players today?
I think with the testing, you just look at the results. You pretty much know how they play football because you've watched them all year. So you just look at the results and see if anyone's does an exceptional time in either the agility run or the sprint or in their vertical jump or in the beep test on the 3K tile. So you're just looking at those results to see what their potential is athletically. The interviews are very good, even though they're quite short. Although we have interviewed a lot of these boys prior, so the interview's good. It's just good to see what sort of kids they are, and their personalities.
Has there been a change in the interviewing structure or approach in any way? We hear stories in the recent couple of years of kids in tears and that sort of thing. Has that changed, or is that still part of the pressure of the situation?
I don't know. I mean, I just have a chat. I don't think they need to be put under any extreme pressure. I just want to know what they're like. What's their family background? What do they think about moving interstate? Those sort of things. I don't think it's an interrogation. I think it's just a nice little conversation, really. Depends how other clubs approach it, I don't know.
Just with the academies, if you weren't able to get the access you are presently allowed to in the draft, would you consider changing the situation or pulling back in the academy?
No, not really. I think we just need to see what the change in in the rules will be. We got a fair idea, and we think they're at this point in time going to be fair and reasonable. So I couldn't see us pulling back on our academy.